Hey, everybody. Sean Yesner here, owner, founder of Yesner Law, host of the Crushing Debt podcast. And so I wanted to talk again about some of the blog articles that I have been posted on the website. And ironically, the one that I had next in line seems to be very appropriate. And so I have my friend Rich Ficca here on the phone or here on the Zoom call with me. But let me introduce you to Rich. He's the owner of Florida Coastal Insurance Agency, a property and casualty insurance firm. He writes insurance statewide, assisting policy owners with their home, auto, flood, motorcycle, boat, commercial insurance, workers' comp needs, and more. Rich loves the opportunity to speak with clients about their portfolio and often does speaking engagements for associations, civic clubs, business groups, and more. So welcome, Rich. Thank you for jumping on this quick video with me.
Yeah, thanks for having me, Sean. I appreciate it.
So a couple of years ago, after Hurricane Irma, which I believe, as we record this, was what, 2017, if my memory is correct?
Sounds about right.
So right after Hurricane Irma came through, you and I co-wrote an article that is on the Yesner Law blog, and I believe on your blog as well, about whose responsibility is it to clean up a fallen tree after a hurricane. And so I came at it from the legal perspective. You came at it from the insurance perspective. And interestingly, the joke that I had was that, Hurricane Eta just came through this area of Florida, and it wasn't really a powerful storm, but you're busy based on Hurricane Eta, right?
Yeah, a lot of times, again, it lets us know how lucky we are that in the Tampa Bay region, we've been kind of blessed to be, kind of missed, for lack of a better term. Because even just from the little bit we got, and I live in Palm Harbor, Florida, so I was in kind of the thick of it. I've probably taken 40 or 50 claims calls already in the last 2 days.
Wow. So, from tree damage, from
everything from, so a lot of the claims are due to leakage. A lot of times you get claims that are the rains were really the most powerful part of Eta. And so you had that straight up rain at a pretty high level for hours upon hours straight. And so you've got people and they've got leaks, or they had leaks and Eta kind of exposed them.
So going back to our article with the tree, so my recollection is any part of the tree that ends up on your property is your responsibility. Right. And so from an insurance perspective, if my neighbor's tree falls on my roof, whose insurance is it that I should go to take care of that tree?
So again, and again, I'm aware I'm on the phone with an attorney. It went from being your neighbor's tree to your tree the minute it fell over your property line. And so in the eyes of the courts, that tree that was your neighbor's tree during the storm, when it crossed the property line, it became very suddenly your tree. So that is going to be a first party claim against your own insurance company, to put in a claim. And again, it wouldn't necessarily be a first party litigation, but a claim against the insurance company for a fallen tree during the storm.
Well, and I think it only creates liability if I knew that tree was dead or dying or rotting, and I informed my neighbor about it, and then my neighbor did nothing about it. Then I think I can shift the liability over to the neighbor.
That's correct.
Can I make a claim against my neighbor's insurance policy?
Well, again, so you would be able to make that claim at any point. So let's go outside the storm for a second and just said, hey, I see that your tree's leaning, but it's in your yard, right? So let's say it's a 30-foot high tree and it's leaning, but it's not technically in my yard yet. I'd be like, Sean, you really need to get that tree taken care of. And then again, what we tell our clients is, hey, Sean, in a certified letter, I'm going to let you know. Certified return receipt, if I can be honest. Hey, Sean, that tree's dangerous and you need to get that taken care of. And now when that tree falls, it actually does not become my tree. It becomes your problem. And then I could go against the liability portion of your homeowner's policy potentially. But here's the rub on that. We don't cover an insurance if you knew there was a problem and you're negligent. And so one of the challenges that I warn people is, once we've gone that far, you can't think, no big deal. My neighbor will just go against my policy, because your own policy might say, the proof that your neighbor sent you a letter 9 months ago says you knew you had a dangerous condition, you did nothing to rectify it. We're not going to cover either. So Rich, could try to go against your insurance, but Sean's insurance might What is going to be the case is Sean's going to be responsible at that point. So again, if you've got that dangerous tree, you need to rectify it, or it can become a problem later in multiple ways.
Yeah, and both of us actually know someone that can help rectify tree situations.
Absolutely.
What about, does the policy cover, let's say the tree falls into my yard, or let's keep your example. My tree falls into your yard. And let's say this is an adult tree. And so you could probably lift it. You could probably bench press it, but I couldn't. But does insurance cover, there's no damage, but I just want to get rid of the thing that's lying in my yard. Is that something that insurance covers?
Unfortunately, no. So one of the biggest challenges people don't realize is so there's actually, when a tree falls, there's two distinct things we talk about, really three distinct things we talk about. We talk about the value of the tree. If you have a really nice palm tree that falls, it can be worth $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 that's ripped out of your yard to replace that palm tree. So there's the value of the tree. Then there's the cost of removing a tree. To remove a mature oak can be thousands of dollars if it falls over. And then there's obviously the damage it does to your house. So the rule in insurance is pretty simple. If the tree falls on covered property, being the home in this example, to keep it simple, then the removal of the tree is also covered as part of debris removal up to 5% on a standard policy, 5% of your covered day limit. So if you have a $300,000 valued home, right, you got 15 grand for debris removal total. And then that includes some value for the trees. That there'll be a subsection of that for the removal of the tree. But if it doesn't hit anything and it just lands in your yard and it's 3 grand to remove it, it's not covered because it didn't damage covered property, and it's just on the homeowner to remove it.
Okay. Okay. Well, I don't want to turn this into a podcast episode, although if you want to, we can jump on and record something later. But I just wanted to, as I've been doing the last couple of days, last couple of weeks, just highlight some of the more popular blog posts, and especially now with Hurricane Eta having come through, just wanted to highlight some of those issues. The blog post is available on my website. I assume it is also on yours.
Yep.
So again, if you have any issues, you all can contact Rich. You want to give out your email or your phone number real quick?
Absolutely. So our agency phone number, 727-569-6000. You can reach my direct extension at 101, or any member of our team, depending on whether you're personal or commercial, is there to assist and answer your questions. And that number again is 727-569-6000. And then our website is www.floridacoastalinsuranceenagency.com. And my email is richard@floridacoastalinsuranceenagency.com. So thanks, Sean.
Cool. And you cover everywhere in the state of Florida, yes?
Yeah, we cover throughout state of Florida, all the way from the Panhandle, all the way down to the Keys.
Very nice. Well, thank you, Rich. I appreciate you jumping on this quick Zoom with me.
Have a great day, man. Enjoy your weekend.
Yep. See ya.